Hello, friends, and welcome to Little Bean's Garden, located in Pomona, California, Zone 10A, established in 2015. My name is Sule, and I will be your host for today. Today is September 1st, 2024. Happy September to you. And today in this video, I want to go over some of the seeds that I'm going to be planting in September. And the reason for that is because I have a lot of people that tell me, well, you put your videos that have the progression of the plant and then the harvest, but by the time that we see the plant you planted and then that month is over. I've tried putting up, from when I start the seed until it germinates, but I think this will be better. So let's go ahead and get started. I have my seeds here. We're in my messy room, so please close your eyes or blindfold. Don't look at the mess. We're just here to talk about the seeds. All right, so I have my little bag of seeds, and let me try to get them out. There's this big one that it takes up most of the space. All right, the first thing we're going to start with is going to be this pack, and this is the Bright Lights Cosmos. I love this flower. It is so beautiful. You can definitely start it in August and it'll do okay in my area, my growing zone, my city, and my garden. It does okay, but it doesn't do great. So I wait till September. Again, this is the Bright Lights Cosmo. Right here, Bright Lights. There we go, Bright Lights Cosmo. This is a seed company that I found, I think about 2 years ago. And they are absolutely wonderful. I have used their seeds for 2 years now, and I've never had any issues with their seeds. So definitely highly recommend you give them a check. They are called True Leaf Market. And again, I've tried them for the past 2 years. I've grown their seeds in my garden, and they have done absolutely fabulous. So Bright Lights Cosmo is one of the seeds I'll be growing in September. And these I grow in the first 2 weeks of September. The first 2 weeks I plant my seeds. And the next one, let's see. The next one is going to be the Early Texas Grano Onion. Early Texas Grano Onion. And these are from my own safe seeds. So I do plant the Early Texas Grano Onions, or any onion, bulbing onion that I'm going to use in my kitchen. I do start them the last 2 weeks of September. Last 2 weeks of September in my area, in my garden, my growing zone, my city. It's just too hot in the beginning of September, so I like to plant them the last 2 weeks of September and after that. But I start planting them the last 2 weeks of September, the onions. This one is the Early Texas Grano Onion, which has done fabulous for me. I will also be growing, planting the seeds in September of the red grano onion and the white grano onion. The grano varieties have done absolutely fabulous for me in my hot climate. If you live in a climate similar to mine, or you live close to me, definitely the onions in September, the last 2 weeks, starting your seeds, oh my god, it's the best. They do really well because it's still hot enough for the seeds to germinate and the plants to look okay, but it's not too hot where it will damage the plant in any way. And I have my TV on. Let me lower the volume. You see, I'm lowering the volume there. All right, so the next one is going to be kale. And kale, I do plant the first 2 weeks of September. So kale, I start the seeds the first 2 weeks of September. I've tried the other varieties of kale, but I don't like them. And recently, I learned how to make the sopa toscana from, a mock or something similar to the sopa toscana of Olive Garden and the breadsticks. So I want to add my own kale to the soup. Oh my god, it turned out so good. My daughter just absolutely fell in love. And the next one is the Mexican sour gherkin. Again, this is from my own saved seeds, the Mexican sour gherkin, also known as the mouse melon, I think. I don't know, it's a tiny little cucumber type or cucumber flavor, but it looks like a little watermelon. It's just super cute. I grew it the first 2 years that I grew it. I didn't like it because I wasn't harvesting at the correct time. I finally researched and researched and researched, and finally it stuck in my skull when it was a great time to harvest it. It's when it's actually fully plump to get all that flavor. And then when I did harvest these seeds in 2022, when I harvested the Mexican sour gherkin, it was really plump, and when I tasted it, it did taste like a cucumber. So definitely the first 2 weeks of September, the Mexican sour gherkin, if you haven't grown them, oh my god, you're missing out because they are so delicious. So Mexican sour gherkin. The next one is Statice. I don't know, I think that's how you say it. Statice. I have written April, but don't I confused this one with another packet. But this one I have never grown, never ever grown in my garden where I have recorded the time or anything like that. I grew one similar, but it was just one little stalk and a white little flower. I don't know the name of that, but I think it's within the same family. But this one I'm going to be growing it the last 2 weeks of September. So last 2 weeks of September, and that is just based on what the temperature requirements are for this one. I'm guiding myself on the packet information, but this one I'm going to be growing for the first time ever in my garden the last 2 weeks of September. And then we have another one that it will be planted the last 2 weeks of September. This one is a snapdragon. I have grown snapdragons in my garden. I harvested seeds, but last year or in the beginning of this year, I lost all my harvested seeds. So most of my harvested seeds, I want to say 90% of my harvested seeds I have lost. I don't know where they are, but this was some of the seeds that I had harvested and I lost them, so I had to purchase seeds. This rose snapdragon I have never grown, but I have grown the snapdragons in my garden. This one will be the last 2 weeks of September. So snapdragons the last 2 weeks of September. This one is one that I am going to be starting right now the first 2 weeks of September. I don't know, Gomphrena, I think that's how you say it. I don't really know how to say it, but Gomphrena. I'm going to be growing this the first 2 weeks of September. I have grown these before, but I grew them in the beginning of the year and they didn't do really well because it got too hot too quick and they don't seem to like the too hot weather. So Gomphrena the first 2 weeks of September. And I have grown these before also in my garden. They are the bunching onion. This one is the heshiko, I think that's how you say it, heshiko bunching onion. And same thing for the bunching onions. I had harvested seeds, but I lost my harvested seeds and I just don't know where they are. I think I threw them. I don't know. Don't quote me. I don't know what happened to them. I just know that I lost my big bag of my own harvested seeds. But anyways, I had seeds for this one and I lost them. So now I had to purchase seeds again. I'm going to be growing these the last 2 weeks of September. Last 2 weeks of September for my bunching onion. And this one's super special. Very, very special to me. So this is the Syrian pea, and I harvested my own seeds in 2022. I've harvested my own seeds in 2023. This is a pea that I absolutely love, and it is a rare heirloom. The original seeds came from my great friend Cole, And if you haven't checked out Cole, he has a YouTube channel, he has an Instagram, and he is most active on his Instagram, so go ahead and check him out. I'll leave his information in the description box below. He is a friend that has shared with me tremendous amounts of seeds, and he has been so generous to me, and this is one that I hold very dearly. There's not a lot of information. I will be growing these the last 2 weeks of September. There's not a lot of information on this variety because it's a rare heirloom, and I'm so glad he shared that seed with me because I love rare heirloom seeds, and they do absolutely great in my garden. So these the last 2 weeks of September. All right, so those are the seeds that I have in mind right now to plant in my garden for the month of September. I will be starting the seeds in September, whether the first 2 weeks or the last 2 weeks, depends on the seed. But hopefully this helps you if you are in my same area or in my same growing zone or near me in the same city or cities around my city. So when I started gardening, I followed a lot of the like zone 10A, zone blah blah blah, and they did okay, but it wasn't specific to my city or my area. So the reason I'm doing this video is so that you can have a guide. It's not a Bible, you know, it's not like follow it to the T, but it is going to be a guide for you. I would say try my same times for that variety if you want to try it, and then see if it works for you. See if it does great in your garden at the times that it does great in my garden. And then normally what you plant in 1 month, you can plant succession plant for the following or up to 2 months after that month. So for example, the peas, just an example, I will plant them the last 2 weeks of September, but I can also plant them in October and maybe the first 2 weeks of November. So if you don't get to plant them the last 2 weeks of September, you can also plant them in the beginning of October. Anyways, hope that made sense, but those are the seeds that I will try to plant in my garden for September. And no, I will typically do a video so you can see the growth and how long it takes for them to mature and produce fruit and for me to harvest that. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section down below. I love questions. I love to answer the questions that you guys leave. You can also email me. You can find me on Instagram, on Twitter. You know, I have a TikTok, but the TikTok channel or the TikTok page is just for my Spanish peeps, and that is more of my, you know, mommy life and wife life and all that, but it is videos in Spanish. But you can find me on TikTok as well. But yes, for gardening, it's going to be here on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. So I hope to see you on my other platforms, and you know, hopefully this video can help you and guide you in growing and starting your seeds in September. And again, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below, or you can email me. Okay, so I love to answer your questions. And what is it called, a plug here, mischievous plug, I don't know what it's called. Anyways, but I will be doing a video soon where so my friend Cole, he has shared with me an enormous amount of seeds. He has been so generous and so grateful, and I mentioned him here on YouTube, on my YouTube videos, because he has been so generous to me. He has sent me a lot of seeds. We exchange seeds. So he'll send me some, I'll send him some, and so forth. So I will be doing a video coming up soon where I will show you what seeds I have and let you know what seeds I'm looking for, or if you want some of the seeds that I have, you let me know what seeds you have that I can pick from. So if you are into the exchange of seeds or trading of seeds, please let me know. I will do a video and see if anybody wants to partake in that, because I absolutely love it. And Cole, if you're seeing this, which I know you watch my videos, thank you so much for your generosity and for all the information that you send me with each and every seed. All right, guys, well, that's it from Little Beans Garden. If you like this video, please consider subscribing, hitting the like button, and sharing this video with your friends. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.